All right, into our top story this morning. The community of Eldorado Park, south of Johannesburg, is reeling in shock. This after the parents of a 2-year-old boy and her 4-year-old sister were arrested on charges of attempted murder and defeating the ends of justice. This comes after the mother confirmed to police that her partner has allegedly been assaulting and sexually abusing the children. The 4-year-old girl is fighting for her life in a critical condition in hospital after she was repeatedly assaulted, allegedly by her father, on Wednesday. Both parents are expected to appear in court tomorrow. Lopang is on that story for us. I know we saw this happening, playing out for us, and then, of course, last night, developments as well. Lopang Alamu, talk to us. What is the latest on this?
Very good morning, Leah, and to our viewers. Not so much of a good a day for the people of Eldorado Park, but we understand to have. This is when this alleged attack took place. It's alleged by the community members who witnessed this particular attack, and they claim that from morning till afternoon they could hear some sounds from the back room of the house that they had rented. Now, it's alleged that the mom, the father, they stayed together with their 2-year-old and 4-year-old girl, who's now in a critical condition, as you mentioned. So they then called police. This is the information we're getting from the police. They got a tip-off that something is happening at that particular shack. The police then made their way, and this is when they discovered that there was a child who had been assaulted, and they then arrested the father. Now, yesterday, the Thursday, the community spoke to us and said that the police were not quick to respond to their calls, and they didn't do much of processing the scene. When we arrived last night, we found some forensics on the scene. We also saw a sniffer dog, and we understand that they left with some of the bloodied clothing of the 4-year-old child who was attacked. And at this stage, both the mother and father will be making an appearance in court. So the mother was arrested on Thursday, the father on Wednesday, on the day of the supposed attack. So it's going to be their first appearance today. We hope we can get those visuals live for you on SABC News.
Indeed, and I know that you, Lopang, are going to be following the story. We do know that Daryline James was also on the scene, and this is the PA, Daryline James. Let's listen into this very quickly, and perhaps, Lopang, we can talk a bit more on this. So let's just play that.
I'm in Extension 1 in Eldorado Park. I was contacted earlier on by the suspect's family. Another 4-year-old girl was brutally murdered by her own father. With me, I have one of the people in the yard that can explain to us what happened yesterday. I'm back at this scene earlier on today when I was notified of this heinous crime that has once again hit our community and country. I asked myself, has anyone processed the crime scene? I was told no. The residents were telling me of items that has blood on it, that's laying in the bath. Apparently he was trying to mop out, but no one has been here. Was daar enige iemand since they arrested him yesterday, had him locked up. The mother is at hospital with the 4-year-old. She's just passed away 5 minutes ago. No statements were taken. The crime scene wasn't processed. Nothing has been done. I have just activated FCS. They are on their way. I've activated forensics. Everyone, all units has only been deployed now.
Yeah, so that's Daryline James, of course, a member of the National Assembly from Action SA. And this is just something that, you know, you can feel the passion in there and the anger because, you know, when we look at the reaction to something like this, Lopang, I mean, it's unacceptable when you're seeing somebody on the scene and such a horrific crime has been committed. I mean, we do hear that the little girl is on life support. We'll have to get some updates from her. But, you know, this was last night. And again, this brings into question the policing around all of this and why the scene wasn't protected the way it should be.
And that's a question that we've asked ourselves as well as the police. And the police claim, however, that they were very swift in responding to this calls by the community to say something's happening in our backyard. And I think the bigger question at this point is the issue of child safety, child abuse. Once again in the spotlight, we've seen this year alone a number of child murders, a number of child abuse cases that we've covered. Jocelyn Smith, the Tiffany Lee Meek story, and now we have a 4-year-old who's currently on life support. And also just to clarify, we are not confirming whether or not the child has passed. The latest information that we have is that the child is on life support, and this is now according to the police who came from the hospital last night as well. So I think the issue of Darylene saying the child has passed is due to the fact that we've heard some of the community members as well as a family member of the child saying that the child is alleged to be brain dead. Now, we'll just leave it at that until we have authorities to confirm the current condition of the 4-year-old.
All right, Lopang, thank you. Lopang Alamu, just clarifying some of the issues for us. We haven't gotten confirmation that the 4-year-old girl has passed, but what we do know is what we had at the time, that she's in a critical condition fighting for her life. So as soon as Lopang or we hear any more on the story, we will update you.